Hello and welcome back. It's me, Jaden. Ready? Say it. Stop looking at yourself in the mirror. Say it. Say it. Today's video, I'm going to be telling you what I actually used in my hospital bag versus what I packed and what I was told to pack. Some things I didn't pack that I needed and my mum had to bring it up, or some things I packed and I didn't even use once. So I thought it'd just be a good idea to let all them like people who are expecting babies and that to know, or even if you're not expecting a baby and you just want to know what you actually need to pack in your hospital bag. But just a disclaimer, everybody is different, so sometimes you can need something that someone else doesn't, because you could be in hospital for longer or you could be in hospital for shorter, so you wouldn't need all that stuff. It's like considering how long you're in hospital for as well, and I don't know, like everyone's different. Just quickly, Jaden is actually obsessed with staring at himself in the mirror and all the lights, and it's actually really funny to watch. Obviously you all need to like pack underwear, and when I say underwear I mean plenty of underwear, and that doesn't matter how long you'll stay, because after you've had a baby a lot happens, like a lot comes out, you know what I'm saying? So you will need a lot, even if you're wearing like maternity pads, which is another thing you need. Yes, you can use normal like period pads. I actually found the maternity pads more comfortable because they're more soft. I do highly recommend getting maternity pads instead of normal period pads after you've had a baby, because it's more comfortable for you. When it comes to maternity pads as well, and period pads, so I actually packed just one pack of period pads when I was at the hospital, and then when I was there and I gave birth, they gave me a maternity pad from the hospital anyway because I've just given birth. They said use this. I did, and I'm telling you now, it was more comfortable than what a period pad was, because when that like gone, I used a period pad, normal, like, you know, your monthly's pads, and it was so uncomfortable, and I used it, and it literally in about 2 days the pack was gone, because I kept going to the toilet because I kept needing a wee. And it can be different for people. Some people don't feel like they need to go wee for like the whole day, and some people are constantly going to wee after they have a baby. Everybody's different, but just in case, I do recommend you take like more than one pack if you're taking period pads or maternity pads. I'd get my mum to buy me some more maternity pads and bring them up to me, because yeah, and maternity pads also last longer because they're bigger and like they're fatter, if that makes sense. They hold more of, you know, so I do recommend them. I actually really do. And when you have like, you come home as well, people bleed up to, I think it's 6 weeks after having a baby, or you can bleed up to 2 weeks, 4 weeks. It's all different, it's depending on your body. I do recommend you use maternity pads for a while instead of period pads, even when you're home. You can get them at any shop. You can get them at Asda, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Co-op. You can get them anywhere, and I do really recommend them. Right now I'm probably just going through the basics that you've already packed or you already know, but I'm just telling you that I actually did use them, if that makes sense. For example, another thing that I recommend you pack quite a few of is socks. Why are you making funny noises? You need a pair of socks on. Where are your socks? This is just because if you are staying in hospital overnight or a few days, you do want to change your socks quite a lot. I did anyway, because it just makes you feel more comfortable, and also like your fit. Get like, when you get socks, don't get tight socks either, like trainer socks or something. Get like them big ones, like, you know, because obviously after you've had a baby your feet can actually swell up. Mine did. Mine swelled up a lot. That I even had to wear hospital socks, like these green things, to keep my blood circulation alright, and to prevent me getting blood clots. I had to wear them because my ankles and my feet were so swollen. So if you are, or if you really just want to take a pair of slippers, like comfy slippers, that'll be better than having tight socks around your feet, you know, like holding that blood circulation in kind of thing, if that makes any sense. Do not pack baby bath products. Well, you can if you want. I'm not saying don't, but don't. I don't know. I didn't anyway. But well, actually I think I did. I think I packed baby shampoo and baby wash, and and baby lotions and stuff like that. Obviously you can still pack your baby lotions, but when you're in hospital they don't actually recommend you give them a bath, their first bath, until they're at home, even if you stay there for like a week. Because I was there for 6 days, and I said to them as well when I was there, can I give him a bath? And they said, we don't recommend you do that until you're home and you're comfortable in your own environment. So he doesn't really need one yet. I know he's 6 days old, but he don't need one yet. And I was like, okay, that's a bit weird, but that's what they said. So do not take bath products. Well, you can if you want, and if you want to bath your baby there, because they do in most hospitals. Where the hospital I gave birth, they do have baby baths, but the lady said that they haven't used one. They think the last time they used one was about 5-6 years ago. Last time someone gave their baby a bath there, because everyone tends to do it at home. When it comes to baby clothes, obviously you're gonna want to have the coming home outfit and all that, but I also recommend you pack something smaller than that size and larger than that size. Whereas like when I went to the hospital, most of the clothes I packed were 0 to 3 or newborn size clothes, and even though Jaden weighed £7 1 ounce, he still like he fit into tiny baby clothes, and I don't know how that makes sense, but it was in tiny baby clothes, so I had to get them as well and get them brought up to me, because like even though he was in hospital and I still put the big clothes on him because it's comfy for him anyway, and it's not like they're too small and too tight, I wanted him to have clothes that fit him as well. So if you are going to the hospital, don't just take one size outfits, do like mix it about a bit, because you don't actually know how big your baby's going to be. Even if you go to the like a scan and they say to you, oh, your baby's gone away this much, that's not always 100%, and that's just an estimated weight. One baby blanket is needed, and I know that's a bit silly to say, you're probably like, yeah, we know, like we know that, but even more than 2, I recommend taking like 3 or 4, even if it's like 2 thick ones and 2 thin ones, because when they're born and you're changing their nappy, they can wee, even if you don't have the blanket underneath them. Like some people do have the blanket underneath them, or they can get dirty quite quick. So yeah, I had like a coming home blanket, that was for when he come home. I also had like a blanket, his first ever blanket that I used. It wasn't intentionally, it just happened, and I still have it. I think I'm going to cherish that forever. And then because he pooed on that one, I also had another one. So I had like this like blue one with like elephants on it, I think, if I remember rightly, and he really liked it. And I also had like this Dumbo one, but I never used it, but it's the only reason I used it is because I felt like it wasn't warm enough. It was like one of them thin ones. Entertainment is, I don't know if I said that right, it's also very important, and this is just because when you're in the hospital you don't want to be bored. And me being me thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to hospital, had the baby, I'm gonna be in there for at least 2 days, that's it. No, I was in there for 6 days unfortunately, and I was bored as hell. I mean, getting to sleep, I couldn't get to sleep either because other babies were crying, so it was hard. So I was just sitting there bored, and I was on my phone, but then my phone would die and I would have nothing to do, and the baby was sleeping, so I'd be bored. So I do recommend taking something that will keep you entertained. If you're there with your partner, boyfriend, you know, girlfriend, your mum, your dad, or like your birth partner, and you're there and you have nothing to do, you can take like a pack of cards up there and you can play cards. Or you could also take a book. I know a lot of people go, oh, I'm not going to take a book, I won't read, that's boring. You can do that, but I don't like recommend taking loads and loads of stuff, because you need more space in your bag for the essentials. I don't pack paracetamol or like ibuprofen or like any of that. I know like a lot of people have told me they packed that and they didn't even use it, because when you're there, you're at a hospital and the hospital will give it to you. And I know after I had the baby as well, they was giving me paracetamol anyway, because when you've just had a baby you still get like, it's not contraction, it's like after contractions, so it's like, yeah. And also when you breastfeed, and the pains I got in my belly when I was breastfeeding him were unbearable. It was like I was having contractions again, like it was so bad. Just pads, you need to pack breast pads. If you're breastfeeding or not, you need to pack breast pads. And just because you're not breastfeeding does not mean that you're not going to have milk or colostrum. So colostrum comes in during your pregnancy. It's not your milk, it's your colostrum. And then when you give birth, I think it's 3 to 4 days, some people get it at 2 days after having the baby, your milk will come in. And I am telling you now, that is the most painful thing I've experienced. That is so painful. And like, and also take a sports bra bigger than the size you are. Take a sports bra or a bra big, not even a bra, bras are so uncomfortable to wear after you've had a baby, but a sports bra after, like get a bigger size, because your boobs will go humongous after you've had a baby, because when that milk comes in on that 3rd day it will be painful. And if you're not in hospital for 3 days, then probably you won't need the breast pads, but no, you actually will, because you can leak still, like colostrum. So I do recommend taking breast pads and having them in, because and then when that milk comes in, it comes in and it comes out, it has to go somewhere. Even if you're not breastfeeding, it has to go somewhere. So please, I do recommend you take breast pads. You can get them for really cheap actually. You can get like a whole box of like 50, I think it is, for like 99p from Asda, or you can go Tesco or anywhere else, you can get them. You can also get them online, they're good. You can also get rewashable ones that are like come like a pack of 2, like so that's 4, right? And you use them and then you can wash them, and then you put the other ones on while they're washing and like that, and they're reusable ones, which is better for the environment. But when you're in hospital, you ain't going to use the reusable ones, because you're not going to be able to wash them. They ain't like, you're not going to wash them there, so you can get the disposable one. Don't forget your toothbrush, your hairbrush, hair bands, a flannel and some face wash. I know you'll take body wash, but if you like want to take some face wash as well, because if you're in hospital for longer than 2 days, you're going to want it, trust me. If you have any questions you want to ask me about what you should pack in your hospital bags, or if you've packed the right thing, do message me on one of my social medias. They'll be in the link, the description below. The link will be in the description below. You know what I'm trying to say. The link is not a link, yeah. But yeah, do check, like, do message me and I will tell you that. You can ask, Amy, do you think this many baby vests is okay? Or Amy, how many baby vests should I pack? Or how many baby towels or normal towels, like, what do you recommend? You can ask me, because I can't really fit a lot into this video. I feel like I did the basics, but if this isn't enough and you're still like, hang on, she didn't say, like, it wasn't proper, like I didn't understand anything she said, is another video that Mia Jill made, and she is so much better at explaining it than me. I'm really bad at explaining things, but I gave it my best shot, and that's just from my experience. And it's also different if you're a C-section mum. Personally, I had natural delivery, so I didn't probably need as much as a C-section, or C-sections probably needed less. I don't know how it works. I know that if you have a cesarean, like a C-section, you still do bleed. So if you've got a planned cesarean, please do take pads still though, and breast pads and stuff like that. You still need everything in natural delivery, because you're still giving birth, you're still having a baby. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please do give it a thumbs up and let me know, and also give it a comment, ask questions if you want, or give advice and feedback. And also make sure you subscribe and keep yourself notified for my future videos. The bell is down there next to the subscribe button somewhere, and then you'll get a notification come through that I've posted a video, and you can keep updated. I do baby updates, I do vlogs, I do baby related videos, non-baby related videos, all different kind of things. So if you'd like to stay tuned, please do. But for now, yes, amigos. You're so cute.